What's up, everyone? This is Pooka bringing you round one of the Glendale, Wisconsin Battle Road. And we're going to get started here between Colleen Lippold on the left and Kidd Starck on the right. Now, as you can see, we got some interesting playmats here. You got Colleen with the standard play Pokemon playmat, and Kidd with this awesome Vanillix playmat. You can see it's super effective. He's actually from the site Pokemon Podcast, so definitely check out that site if you haven't yet. I guess we got a game going on though. So Colleen is playing a Ho-Oh deck, which we haven't seen too much of. I've played it on PTCGO. It's won a couple battle roads throughout the country, but this is the first time we've been able to record a match with this deck, so it's exciting. Kidd, on the other hand, will be playing a Eelektrik Mewtwo deck. I believe that's it. I don't believe he plays Rayquaza, but we will find out, I suppose. Maybe he does. And this is going to be a strange matchup because both players started with Mewtwo. And right off the bat, Kidd is saying, alright, go Mewtwo. I don't care that you have an energy already. Of course, this is very risky. But he's just saying, I'm going to attach to my Mewtwo, DCE, I'm going to hit you for 100. And I have no problem getting into a Mewtwo war. Because this is actually what Eelektrik wants. You want to be in the Mewtwo War because you have better energy acceleration than any other deck. And as we can see, Kidd has quite a nice start here. He has put a couple Lightning in the discard pile with Juniper. This will let him use Eelekrik's Dynamotor next turn. He's also got 2 Dynamos down. He might consider level balling for a third one because you usually want 3 Dynamos in play. Otherwise, they get knocked out. But he's going to save those to evolve into Eelektrik next turn. And we are going to have a pretty fast-paced game, it looks like. Normally, when someone just starts attacking with Mewtwo turn 1, things kick off, and if it goes Mewtwo Wars, the game is going to end pretty quickly. So Colleen will again Juniper, and she hits a double Colorless Energy. That's going to make it so she can X-Ball for 200. This is why it's kind of risky for Kidd to attach to the active Mewtwo. Even if he just attached a normal energy, you are playing against Ho-Oh, so a double Colorless and then a Rebirth from Ho-Oh, as we see here. Looks like Colleen does get heads for Rebirth, so she gets to take that Ho-Oh and 3 different types of basic energy and put them onto her bench. So this is the strength of Ho-Oh EX. It's not a very good attacker, but the ability is great. And it lets you use cards like Energy Switch to move the energy off of Ho-Oh and really just accelerate your other attackers. And right now she does not have an Energy Switch, but definitely something to look out for in the future. She's got that Terrakion on the bench. I do apologize, there is a terrible, terrible glare on Colleen's side of the field. Just unfortunate the way the lighting situation was, but not too much we could do about it in this one. But she does have a Mewtwo active, Terrakion on the bench, and a Ho-Oh EX with 3 different types of energy out there, and an Eviolite. So this turn, Kidd will respond to Colleen's Mewtwo. He will be behind in the Mewtwo War, but it looks like his Mewtwo should survive the next turn. Colleen doesn't really have anything in hand to deal with it. And now we can see Kidd here getting 2 Eelektriks into play. Let's see, yep, there is number 2. So he can Dynamotor twice a turn now, get 2 extra Lightning Energy into play from his discard pile. Everyone should know what Eelektrik does at this point. It's been by far the most popular deck in the whole format since, it came out pretty much. It's featured with Magnezone, Zekrom, Mewtwo, Rayquaza, pretty much anything that can use a Lightning or a Colorless Energy cost. People have found a way to play it with Eelektrik. And we're seeing that again here. So yeah, Kidd does have a third Mewtwo. So this is definitely more focused on Mewtwo. But we see a Fire Energy as well. So it looks like he's playing Rayquaza too. So it looks like he's going the route that a lot of players have decided to go with. Which is, you know what? I am just going to play a little bit of everything. I don't want to have just Mewtwo. I don't want to have just Rayquaza. So you know what, I'm going to mess up my energy line a little bit. I'm going to run double Colorless, Fire, and Lightning. But I will have the advantage of being able to fire away with all of these different kinds of Pokemon. So now Colleen is promoting that Ho-Oh with the Eelektrik, and the 3 different types of energy. She doesn't really have any way to respond with a Mewtwo this turn, but she can attach a 4th type of energy and then go for a catcher on an Eelektrik. It's one way to go about this. And yep, she plays the golden catcher. That means something's getting knocked out for sure. And an N. So Rainbow Burn does 20 plus 20 for each different type of energy attached to Ho-Oh. Right now there are 4 different types. I can see there's a water and a lightning. I think there's a fighting. And then there is one that the lights don't want me to see. Let's just guess and say it's a grass energy. Alright? We'll go with that. Grass. Actually it was a dark, I think. Alright, never mind. I had an okay shot at guessing what it was. But anyway, now we have an N. Both players will go down to 4 cards. And looks like Colleen did draw a Juniper, which will help her out next turn, as she can get another Ho-Oh and energy into the discard pile. And then we have a Rainbow Burn for a knockout. And looks like, I think this is turn 3. Colleen's already taken 3 prizes. And what will Kidd do from here? He's lost an Eelektrik. He's lost some energy acceleration. This is why you do want an extra Dynamo on your field, not just 2. And that's a big tool scrapper, by the way. If Kidd gets a DCE or... Let's see, he needs 2 more energy on one of his Mewtwo. That will be 8 total between the Ho-Oh and the Mewtwo. And he'll be able to get a knockout with X-Ball. So if he can manage to get... I think there's 1 lightning in his discard pile. If he can manage to get just 1 more... Oh, maybe not. So he might need a double colorless. Doesn't look like he has any energy at all. And that is extremely unfortunate for Kidd. If he had a double colorless, he would just knock out that Ho-Oh, take the prize lead, and he would win this game. I don't see any other way around it. But actually, hey, he's doing something creative that I didn't think of. Oh, actually, he only has 1 Eelektrik in play, so this doesn't work out. He's only going to be able to... Oh, but he's got an N. Alright. Crazy stuff happening all over the place. Alright, now if Kidd just gets 1 energy, he can get a knockout on this Ho-Oh. The downside to this is that if he misses the energy, he's got a Mewtwo with 3 energy sitting there, which just screams to have another Mewtwo X-Ball him. And looks like, alright, there's 7 energy between the 2. Oh, he's not announcing X-Ball. It looks like he did get an energy. Looks like he should play the lightning down on that Mewtwo. So if he does that, he will go ahead and go down to 2 prizes. And that makes it scary territory for Colleen, who then, even if she attacks with a Mewtwo, that's not going to be the best option, just because, I mean, Kidd can just get his own Mewtwo and win the game. So things are going to be decided pretty quickly here. There's a Mewtwo with 4 energy knocking on our door. There's not much you can do about that besides deal with it. Unless you play stuff like Enhanced Hammer to remove the energy off of Mewtwo. There's really not a whole lot you can do about it. So right now all she has is a Terrakion active. She's got a random receiver, gets a Juniper, that's probably exactly what she wanted. That's going to be your best draw card in this situation. N will only get you 3 cards. It'll disrupt Kidd a little bit, but your goal at this point is not to disrupt him, it's to get something done and knock out this Mewtwo. Or at least get a knockout this turn. In a perfect world, she could get a Ho-Oh into play, and she's got a Juniper here. Get a Ho-Oh into play, energy switch onto Terrakion, and then catch her out an Eelektrik. That's going to be her goal. And oh, the 7th card is a catcher, so she definitely has opportunities here. There are at least 2 Ho-Ohs in the discard pile, maybe even 3. So she's got a couple chances at rebirth. Plenty of energy in there. So these are going to be some big flips. And the first one is a heads. I mean, if she got all tails, she very possibly could have lost this turn. Or at least lost in the long run. Because it would give Kidd another turn to set up. But now maybe things are going her way. It's going to be tough for Kidd to really do anything here. As we saw, his hand was not very good after that N. He had the double colorless, and then a lightning, and then like a switch. If he does get like a catcher, though, he can win and knock out a Ho-Oh. And looks like Colleen's going for another rebirth. Just wants to get more energy onto the field, which I can understand. So this turn she's definitely going to energy switch onto Terrakion and go for a catcher, retaliate, knock out Eelektrik. That would be my assumption. And then the following turn she's going to want to just attack with Mewtwo for the win if she can. So there is a grass going on to Terrakion. We're going to energy switch the fighting up there. This is kind of the neat thing about Ho-Oh. It just looks like you have nothing in play, and then boom, you have a Terrakion powered up retaliating. It's really neat. You can power up so many different attackers because you run all these different energy types. It's just a matter of getting heads on the rebirth and then having the energy switch to power them up. So now it's all up to Kidd. If he has a catcher, he already has the DCE in hand, he will win. And looks like, no, I don't see the catcher. I see a switch. There's a Sky Arrow Bridge. And yeah, no catcher from Kidd. That's unfortunate for him. But there's nothing he can really do about it. So now, what do you do if you're Kidd? If you attach to the active and knock out the Terrakion, you go down to 1 prize. But then you leave yourself very vulnerable to just a Mewtwo, a double colorless, and you lose the game. Then again, what option do you have? Your hand is pretty bad, so you might just have to take the knockout and cross your fingers. At this point, that's probably his best hope. But seeing how many cards Colleen has, it has to be very scary for him. And the fact that she has not played many energy switches this game, if he were just to retreat to, I don't even know, like the Rayquaza, maybe just like Celestial Roar or something like that, it wouldn't be a great move, but at least it might buy some time to draw your catcher. Because if you attack into this Terrakion, it's very simple. Mewtwo DCE, game over. But at the same time, you might not draw anything. So it's a difficult situation either way. It's just kind of one of those where you might have to just say, alright, I have no options. Let's just go for it. X-Ball. If you got it, I lose. If you don't, I'm going to win. This is kind of the situation Mewtwo can put you in sometimes, where he is a powerful attacker, but he's very fragile at the same time. It looks like Kidd is going to just say, you know what? I got my Mewtwo. All you got are a couple Ho-Ohs. I'm just going to hope you don't have the cards to win the game. Show me what you got. And Colleen looks like she's got an Ultra Ball and a double colorless in hand. So as long as there's another Mewtwo in her deck, this will be her game. So there's an Ultra Ball discarding 2 fighting energy, and there's the Mewtwo. Looks like it's there. And I believe Colleen will take this one with the Ho-Oh deck. And we can see why this deck has been so successful at Battle Road. It's just got a lot of different options. It's quick. And there we go. X-Ball for the game. Where have I heard that one before? Anyway, congratulations to Colleen. She'll take this round 1 here at the Glendale, Wisconsin Battle Roads. And we'll see what kind of other decks pop up here at this tournament. The Battle Road format has been a little strange so far. We've seen a lot of different decks popping up. And we'll see if we have any more good games like this one. So thanks for watching, guys. I've been Pooka, and I'll see you guys next time.